and to Graham, and then patience defensively. What I mean by that, they lead the conference in steals. They don't need to get over-aggressive against this very patient Northwestern offense. That's when backdoors get given up.
Michigan, the home whites, Northwestern, the traveling purple, and we're underway. Great to have you with us on this chilly January night in Michigan. But of course, if there's not a wisp of snow in the air and temperatures around zero, then it's not time for Big Ten basketball. It's time, and we're underway. Northwestern starting out, it appears, in a 2-3 zone. Bernard Robinson Jr. nicely done. Found an opening at the elbow.
Nice patience right there offensively from Michigan. Worked the ball around, made Northwestern work. Nice intermediate jump shot by Robinson.
Michigan guards will pressure Northwestern here tonight. Tim Young looking to slash. To go on the shot clock.
Nice.
Kusic, good look inside to Tim Young.
Northwestern returns the favor. Good execution. Made Michigan work defensively.
And Sean, they did that with under 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. From the outside, Lester Abram for three, and Michigan leads it by 3. Bill Carmody talked this morning about long possessions for Northwestern. Get a good shot. Here's the cut of the backdoor, denied that time by Daniel Horton. Horton driving on Hashad. Hashad got a hand on him, and that's the first foul of the game. Let's take a look at our starting lineups, brought to you by Prairie Farms. Kusic, Young, that's the scoring power for Northwestern. The guards have struggled of late. We talked to Robinson, Abram, and Horton are very good as well. And, of course, Vince Scott getting his first career start for Northwestern in the middle. Defending Graham Brown at the moment on the block. Michigan showing patience here in the early going as well. Brown, nice screen. Horton on the drive. Just short off the rim.
And there's that second chance scoring opportunity that has really haunted Northwestern all season.
Courtney Sims inside, nice move. Northwestern last in the Big Ten in rebounding. They're being out-rebounded by 6.5 boards a game. Nice give and go. Parker down low, lost the handle on it, and it will belong to Northwestern. Last touch by Michigan. The series history between these two, well, we mentioned the fact that Northwestern has won in its last 2 trips here to Chrysler Arena. They didn't play here last year, but Kusic to the left hand, nicely done.
Nice job by Kusic of stretching the defense right there because of his three-point shooting ability.
T.J. Parker gets called for the foul here. First on Parker. That's the second on the team. Robinson. It's the screen from Brown, picked up on a switch by Scott. Abram got his man in the air, and Hashad commits the foul. Abram will go to the line.
And that's trouble for Northwestern early, Wayne, because that's too early on Muhammad Hashad. Northwestern does not go very deep at all. They're probably going to have to go to Evan Seacat, but Michigan really making a concerted effort to attack the rim via the dribble. Here a good job by Abram using the head fake, freezes the defender, forcing Hashad to give the contact.
Abram double-figure scoring in 24-41 career games. 3rd leading scorer this season, and here comes the aforementioned Seacat into the ball game. Evan Seacat.
Now, if you're Northwestern right there, what you lose is athleticism. What you gain is some good standstill jump shooting from Seacat. Shot the ball pretty well the last 2 times out in the tournament down in El Paso, but Muhammad Hashad, having him on the bench, is not a good sign for Northwestern here early.
Not this early. You're right. Kusic. Well, Carmody again talked about making Michigan play defense for long stretches of time. Northwestern hasn't played in 10 days. They've been mulling over 2 losses down in El Paso, one to Mississippi Valley State. Seacat for 3. Most of his attempts are from the arc. Jatim Young inside, had it stripped away. Got it back, has it blocked. Courtney Sims on the block. Leading shot blocker in the Big Ten. Here comes Robinson. Robinson open. Jatim Young there to secure the rebound.
You won't find a better rebounder at his size in the conference, Wayne. Really attacks the glass.
He's the leading rebounding guard in the Big Ten Conference. And a foul coming up here as the Wildcats force the issue. It's on Daniel Horton. His first on the team. And it's amazing with Jatim Young, among the leaders in the top 10 in rebounding. There's a good look on the inbounds pass. Young with his second field goal. Jatim Young goes 6'2", so we're not talking about a guy who's up there at 6'7", 6'8", among the league leaders in rebounding.
And that's a generously listed 6'2".
Okay. Robinson bottled up and traveled on the play. So a turnover, Michigan. And the Wolverines, after scoring 9 of the first 13 points of this game, give it right back to the Wildcats. The lead down to 3. Tolic is in the ball game early now. Ivan Tolic, another freshman from Split, Croatia. Bill Carmody's got a nice pipeline going to Croatia. Oh, great feed by Kuzic. Score it for Seacat and a foul. Well done.
Well, that wasn't the most artistic basket by Evan Seacat, Wayne, but it got the job done once again. We talked about patience defensively for Michigan. They're really trying to overplay the passing lanes. You'll see right here on the replay. They overplay it, does Abram. Seacat's able to get in there, finish, and a chance at a three-point play.
Courtney Sims picks up the foul. I'm just surprised Seacat actually tried a shot inside the arc. And they hustle the rebound. Jatim Young, who else but to hustle an offensive board? Tolic. Jatim Young trying to slash to the bucket. Believe he dribbled it off his foot. And a timeout called on the floor. Michigan leads the Big Ten in blocked shots, averaging almost 6 per game. And this young man, number 44, Courtney Sims, denies that salvo inside.
So, if I could rearrange the alphabet, I'd put you and I together. Hi, hello. Hey, ladies, you wouldn't happen to see any gold medals around here, no? So, do you know karate? Because your body is kicking. Kicking? Karate? Come on. Hey, wait.
Watch Winter X Games 8 live from Aspen, January 24th to 27th on ABC and ESPN.
Big Ben Wallace. I think you're going in the wrong direction, right?
Listen, dog, I'm beat. Some other time.
Dog, huh? Let me tell you something. ESPN NBA basketball. I've lived the 24/7 mode, and I've achieved the ISO motion. I can clear the court to one side and take you one-on-one. So nobody is better than Reg. Haha. The way I dunk on you is going to look unorthodox. Rated E for everyone.
Sometimes 72 inches is a foot, 24 inches a mile. Welcome to the dance floor. Here, a straight line is a curve. You think you got the touch? Put it down the windshield of a car and make a stop on the hood. You want a gimme? When you can do it with your eyes closed, that's a gimme.
See David Duval and the PGA Tour's best this season on ABC.
They're saying running back by committee is bad for football. I was just saying I see the relevance of committees, just not for running backs. Dan Patrick just used the word unitard in his column. I was just saying unitard is one of the most underutilized words in the English language. Wait, if I was thinking that, and they were thinking that.
Wayne Larrabee, Sean Morris, Michigan leading by the slimmest of margins, and on the boards, Northwestern hanging tough in the early going.
Holding their own. They're up 3-2 in that category. It is early. All 3 of those rebounds for Northwestern by Jatim Young, 2 of those on the offensive end to keep possessions alive, but that's something that Michigan is really going to try to exploit, particularly on their offensive end, where second shots could be a big difference in this ballgame.
Tim Young, of his 74 rebounds, 20 come on the offensive glass. He averages 6.7 rebounds per game. Michigan basketball as we resume. Coming up on 15.5 to go in this first half.
Northwestern switches defenses here, showing a little bit of a matchup zone, something we'll see Michigan employ from time to time as well.
Robinson. Nice move on the hanging jumper off the baseline.
We've talked about his versatility, Wayne, and there it is on display. We saw him hit the mid-range jumper earlier in the ball game. Here he's able to go to his stronger left hand and finish with a little floater on the baseline.
Parker. Kuzic trying to force that pass inside to the post up to Tim Young. Robinson the steal to the finish. Third from the field, 6 for Robinson.
Once again, it's Robinson in the open floor, Wayne, and Northwestern very fortunate that Parker didn't pick up his second right there going for the swipe.
To Tim Young elevates and hits for 3.
Tim Young for 3.
He's really made himself a shooter. You and I were talking about it earlier today. For him to come in here shooting 40% from behind the arc, that kind of progression from his freshman year, very impressive and a credit to his work ethic.
Tolich doing a pretty good job in the post on Sims, denying him. Sims able to collect off the deflection. Now it's up for grabs on the floor. Michigan comes away with it. Horton at the arc. Tolich trying to keep it alive. Michigan on the back tap. Retains possession, fresh shot clock. Abram out of the corner. Bring it up for 3.
Wayne, that's the second time that Abram's been the beneficiary of an offensive rebound. First it was a stick back. Here they keep it alive, kick it out to him for the 3.
Michigan to the zone. 2-3 to start. They match up out of this. Watched them work out it a little bit this afternoon. 2 ways to attack the zone: off the dribble or by the pass. Seacat from the outside. 85% of his shots, his shot attempts, are 3-point field goal attempts. Horton slashing. And he throws it away. Turnover for Michigan. The Wolverines average about 17 turnovers a game.
We talked about Bernard Robinson at the top of the show, and he's showing his versatility first with the offensive move. Here he goes from defense to offense very effectively, goes to that stronger left hand. Great job in transition right there by the senior.
And off to a good start offensively here tonight. Kuzic to the left hand and wouldn't stay down. Dion Harris, number 5, has just checked in for Michigan. He's got the ball. The lob to Brown. Abram on the drive, and a foul on Kuzic.
I mean, I've really been impressed with the way Michigan has run their secondary break. They've done a good job. If the initial thrust isn't there, they pull it back out. Here's a good look. Brown probably had a chance to score himself, but kicks it right back out. And Abram once again attacking the rim off the dribble, something that Michigan has made a concerted effort to do here in the early going.
Abram makes good on his first. Career best 24 points at against Central Michigan for Abram. Brown gets a break, and Michigan brings in J.C. Mathis, a transfer out of Virginia.
We talked about Tim Young's offensive rebounding for Northwestern, Wayne. Mathis really establishing himself in that area as well. Grabs almost 6 rebounds a game in only about 18 minutes of action. Very productive on the glass.
And almost half of those rebounds are offensive rebounds. Young trying to penetrate. Seacat. They jump at him quickly.
Very active in that zone defense is Michigan.
Parker a deep 3. Abram the rebound. Coach Tommy Amaker was very concerned about Michigan's perimeter defense in this game, knowing the penchant for the 3 by Northwestern, but it is Michigan delivering for the outside.
Freshman Dion Harris looked very good and comfortable shooting that jump shot. This zone has been very effective when Northwestern been entirely on the perimeter, and that's because of the long an athletic front line of Michigan really contesting every pass.
Almost looks like a 2-1-2 zone with the middleman, Courtney Sims, coming up and down the lane, depending on where the ball is. 7 to go on the shot clock. Parker penetrates. Down to 3. Bakusic on the force. Heel to the rim to Tim Young, the rebound. Gives it up to Tolich, and a foul coming up on Harris.
One of the downfalls, Wayne, of a zone defense is you don't have individual box out responsibilities. And here's an example right here. At 6'2", Tim Young able to sneak behind that athletic Michigan front line, grabs the rebound, dumps it off for Tolich, who'll shoot a couple.
They called the foul on Bernard Robinson Jr. It is his first. Team foul number 3 for Michigan. Von Tolich at the line, missing on his first. He's struggled with knee problems. Came on tonight to play some minutes early in this game. Plays with Vince Scott. 1 out of 2 at the line. 11:41 to go first half. Michigan plays on the lead. Deion Harris, the freshman, lights it up from the arc.
Home is where the hoop is. With ESPN Full Court, you'll get more than 450 additional games of college basketball. To order, call your local cable company, DirecTV at 1-800-DirecTV, or Dish Network at 1-800-333-DISH.
What's classic?
Let the celebration begin!
Classic is.
He did it! Touchdown, Nebraska!
Classic was.
I don't believe what I just saw.
Classic will always be.
All the band is out on the field! Holy mackerel! Barher turnaround shot in the air! It's good! And this one will last a lifetime!
Now that's classic.
Home is where the hoop is. With ESPN Full Court, you'll get the most out of the second half of the college basketball season. To order, call your local cable company, DirecTV at 1-800-DirecTV, or Dish Network at 1-800-333-DISH.
12-4 run over the last 3.5 minutes, but we talked about your Tim Young at the top of the show, Sean, and he's done his best to keep these Wildcats in here.
Well, he's done it offensively. He leads Northwestern right now with 7 points, but he's really made his presence known on the glass. Here he is the recipient of a good pass from Vedran Bakusic. Another job slashing to the rim on the out-of-bounds play, but leads Northwestern with 4 rebounds as well. And his senior counterpart from Michigan also stepping up and answering the call. Bernard Robinson Jr., he leads Michigan here in the early going with 6 points of his own.
Tim Young enjoys living among the trees up front close to the basket, doesn't he? Michigan will inbound, leading it now 21-12, 9-point advantage.
And if you're Michigan, Wayne, that's exactly where you want the pace and the score to be, because right now they're on pace to score 40 points in this half, 80 for the game, which is what they want, something Northwestern does not.
Michigan 7 of 10 shooting from the field. Horton pulls up and gets the roll.
Poor job right there in the pressure defense, Wayne, by Northwestern of stopping the basketball. They allowed Daniel Horton to get way too deep and hit that little floater in the lane.
Michigan back to the zone. Coming up on 11 minutes to go, Parker over the zone, and he has struggled along with Mohammed Hashad from the field in recent games. TJ Parker just 3 of 12 in the last 3 games, 8 points over that span. Tim Young knocked it away, and he ties up J.C. Mathis. As you get a look at the shooting numbers, Northwestern about at its average, but Michigan well above. Alternating possession, the ball goes to the Northwestern Wildcats.
That's a credit to Michigan's shot selection. When they haven't forced anything up, they've run their secondary break very effectively and gotten a lot of things going to the rim off the dribble.
Young from the outside. Got a good look at it. Kusic could not get to the rebound. Good box out inside by Deion Harris of Michigan. Grant Brown back into the ball game, or I should say Graham Brown. Robinson looks to Graham Brown on the block. Backing in against Tim Young. Help came from Kusic. Horton's pass knocked away up off the glass and off the scoreboard. It'll belong to Michigan.
Here's Michigan's last two, Wayne. Good job of attacking the three-quarter core defense, but Northwestern a very poor job. Tim Young needs to step up to the foul line and make Daniel Horton make a decision with the basketball rather than allowing him to get right to the rim.
Almost halfway through the first half. Ball knocked away, and here comes T.J. Parker ahead of the field.
T.J. Parker.
That's something that young man needs desperately, an easy basket. Seeing the ball go through the net, something he's really struggled doing the last 3 or 4 times.
Offensive foul. Great position established by Kusic, and he draws the offensive foul on Daniel Horton, his second personal.
That's his second personal, team foul number 4.
Team foul number 4 on Michigan, so Horton gets a seat on the bench.
See Horton right here. Little bit of inside arm right there, but you know, Vedran Kusic may be enrolled in the theater school. It did produce Charlton Heston after all.
Hey, it's a good one.
Hey, if it's good enough for Moses, it's good enough for everybody, I guess.
I would have to say. Seacat from deep. Three-pointer for Evan Seacat. His first triple of the game. He has 5 points and some pressure again in the backcourt by Northwestern.
Just trying to give Michigan a little different look. Excellent execution. That is fantastic execution, Wayne, by Michigan against that Northwestern pressure. The ball rarely hit the floor. They got it into the middle of the defense, and then a good job of attacking the rim, because against pressure defense, you have to make them pay by getting over the top. Take a look right here. Good cross-court pass, get it into the middle, then force the defense to react. Nice lead by the freshman Harris. And Abram, once again, has a chance to convert a three-point play. This will give him 13th of the ballgame.
Vedran Kusic picks up his second personal foul. 13 for Lester Abram, having an outstanding first half of play. Top 25 early going. North Carolina playing on the lead against Miami of Florida. Syracuse trailing St. John's. Young gets baseline. Seacat wide open. And deadly from there.
Good extra pass right there by Vedran Kusic. Had a chance at a three-pointer of his own, gave it up to Seacat, who had a better look.
Double team on the big guy, Courtney Sims. Deflection picked off by Robinson.
Kusic should have picked up the loose ball, Wayne, rather than try to dribble it.
Inside Sims is roughed up a bit, and a foul coming up. It's going to be on Duwancic, I believe. Davor Duwancic, I believe. It is on Duwancic, his first. That makes 6 on the team. There's the shooting from the arc. Northwestern averages 22 three-point field goal attempts a game, almost 23 per game. And he took too much time. 5-second violation. Bernard Robinson, not enough movement for him to get that ball in.
Absolutely.
Nobody open.
Sugarman's the loneliest guy in America when his teammates that are out there aren't moving.
So again, a Michigan turnover. They've let Northwestern right back into it. Michigan has led this game by as many as 11. Vince Scott back into the game for Northwestern. Tim Young on the drive. Put up a wild shot there. May have gotten it deflected by Brown.
Poor shot selection right there.
Bernard Robinson Jr. on the drive.
He has 8. And Wayne, if you're Northwestern, somebody has to step in there and give their body up and draw some contact. That's the second or third time that a Michigan Wolverine has gone to the rim via the dribble uncontested.
Michigan by 8. Iwanchich out front. Seacat again from the arc. Scott going up for the rebound, and we got a foul coming up. I believe he pushed off.
They got Scott pushing Abram.
Northwestern personal foul, called on
Vince Scott picks up his first, 7 on the team. So Northwestern over the foul limit. And Brown will go to the line. Courtney Sims has a seat on the bench. 2 points and a block shot for him. Graham Brown is a 6'9", 255-pound sophomore. Makes good on the first. We're at Chrysler Arena in Ann Arbor, Michigan. The Big Ten opener, Northwestern and Michigan, along with Sean Morris. I'm Wayne Larrivee. Great to have you with us. Michigan getting to the line. They've been the more aggressive team. Brown makes good on 2 out of 2 at the line. Michigan getting penetration from its leader, the senior Bernard Robinson Jr., on way to a 10-point lead over Northwestern.
As a former Florida State halfback, ESPN Classic thought I'd be the perfect host for real classics. They knew I had all the moves to present semi-tough, the long and short, and even great sports movies I didn't star in. What? Okay, here's the play. 8 o'clock. Sunday night, ESPN Classic. Stop at the couch, and the best sports movies of all time will be right there.
Real Classics with Burt Reynolds.
Where sports and movies collide.
It's hard being in a new city. Good morning.
Colorado, go back to Detroit.
Avalanche!
Get out of here.
You guys are losers.
Take that hat off.
Colorado rules! Detroit's going down! Red Wings got nothing.
Loser.
That's why I love ESPN Local on Insider. With local coverage of all my teams, I feel like I'm closer to home. The all-new ESPN Insider. Get inside.
WSAP, check it. Boom! I'm here. Straight out of your nightmares.
Excuse me?
Excuse you nothing. I'll excuse you as soon as we play a little football. You understand me, sweet tooth?
You don't play football.
Every day I do ESPN NFL football with the first-person football feature. Wow! Because I don't play. You know something? Oh, there you go. The little birdie's talking to me. He's saying Sap can't mess with you. Sap too slow. Rated E for everyone.
It's fun to let the big dog eat. I like that crowd behind me saying, grip it and rip it? Heck yeah. Crush it whenever I get the chance. I think it's a great way to start a hole. With the bang. I don't think it'd be nearly as much fun if you're putting first.
See Charles Howell III and the PGA Tour's best this season on ABC.
Michigan, one of the better defensive teams you'll see. They have length and they have athletic ability.
And they've really had both of those on display here, particularly on the defensive end of the floor. Jatim Young mixing it up. Courtney Sims comes in. He's leading the conference in block shots, as is Michigan in that category. And then once again, it's Bernard Robinson Jr., as Michigan has been very effective in going in transition from defense to offense.
Steals and blocks, #1 in the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines. And that's a good field goal percentage defense as well. And all of that leads to a low score for the opponents. So they all go hand in hand. The inbounds, Vikusic got a 2-on-1. Vikusic picks up the charge. Bernard Robinson Jr. stood in there and took it. That's the 3rd foul on Vedran Vikusic.
And you contrast that breakaway situation that you'll see coming up right here by Vikusic. Nice job by the senior sliding over and taking the punch. Contrast that to when Michigan has been attacking the rim. There has not been a Northwestern body sliding over and impeding the path to the basket.
So Vikusic, who had scored 20 points or more in 4 of the last 5 games, has a seat on the bench with 3 personal fouls, probably for the end of the half. He has just 2 points so far tonight.
He's replaced by a guy coming off the bench in his shot who has 2 fouls of his own, Wayne.
Steal by Seacat. Knocked it out of bounds, could not control it. It'll go back to Michigan. Here's a look at Vikusic, though, against Mississippi Valley State. He struggled, as did the Wildcats. Deion Harris. Robinson, good look. Abram to the left hand and one. Abram, 15 points.
I've been very impressed with how Michigan has run their half-court sets. They've been extremely patient. They've worked the ball around. And once again, it's Lester Abram who steps right into the gut of that defense. No one impedes his progress. And then if you're going to give the foul at the rim, Wayne, make sure that the shooter can't get his arms above his shoulders.
Dowancic picking up his second personal foul. Strong first half for Lester Abram. He has 16 points. Michigan by 13. Biggest lead of the night. Michigan has played a lot of zone in this first half, but it's been a very active zone. Hashad, deep three. Rebound taken down by Graham Brown. Robinson distributes to Abram a little bit late. Abram not quite ready for it.
Lester Abram, Wayne, has really been the story offensively for Michigan in the early going. Here, the draw on the dish, he knocks down the three, and then in transition, good job keeping his eye on the rim, taking the contact and the finish.
Dowancic gave up his dribble. T.J. Parker, for the guards for Northwestern, have struggled again here tonight. Great look to Tim Young. Dowancic on the backdoor cut. That's the Bill Carmody Princeton offense we've been looking for.
But if you're going to get those baskets, Wayne, you have to rotate the ball from side to side, something Northwestern hasn't done enough of.
Bernard Robinson Jr., his 9th and 10th points of the night.
And Wayne, Michigan shooting 80% from the floor here in the first half. That last basket, a prime example why everything going toward the rim.
To Tim Young. Air ball by Young. Deion Harris on the run. Robinson looking inside initially. Mathis stopped at the baseline. Threw it off Seacount out of play. And it'll belong to Michigan. It's not like we're early in the game, but Tommy Emmecker's club has got to become close to a season high for one half. 80%. We have, again, just 5:42 to go in this first half, and Michigan shooting it at an alarming rate from the field, alarmingly good.
And all three of their misses have come from behind the arc. Every one of their 2-point attempts, Wayne, have been made, and that's because they've all come within about 7 feet of the rim.
There's Hashad and Parker. And again, struggling tonight, and Hashad has spent much of this first half on the bench with 2 personal fouls early, and Parker gets a break now.
Usually if you have a drought like that, Wayne, you get some kind of federal assistance.
Yeah, well, it may be on the way, but you know, times are tough in Washington. Congress is not distributing the funds as much as they used to. Through the hands of Abram on a bullet feed from Harris.
And Northwestern dodged another bullet, Wayne, because if he catches that, he's right at the rim for another easy finish.
You're right, Sean. Everything Michigan has done offensively, with the exception of 3 shots from the arc, has been going to the rim. Ivan Tolic to Tim Young. Penetrating Dowancic. Oh, and a circus shot. Davor Dowancic.
He must have been going to church because that was a prayer.
Harris, long 3. Deion Harris with his 3rd triple of the night. 4 trays now for Michigan. They are 4 of 7 from the arc are the Wolverines. Again, Michigan in that zone. Northwestern has not been able to get much penetration against that zone. Dangerous pass there. A shot for 3. Tim Young was alone with a bunch of white jerseys inside trying to corral that rebound, and he could not. Michigan, good rebounding team. And take a look at the double-digit scoring. The 2 at the top of the charts. Abram and Robinson. Harris at 3. Hashad the rebound. To Tim Young. Kolich. Under 4 minutes to go in this first half.
Right now, Wayne, if you're Northwestern, you have to be wondering where your points are going to come from with this lineup on the floor. With Vukuzic on the bench, half your scoring is out as well.
Michael Jenkins, a walk-on, is on the floor. Number 5 for Northwestern. Hashad penetrates just a bit. Duwancic on the drive, offensive foul. That's the 3rd offensive foul against Northwestern here tonight. It's the 3rd foul on Duwancic. But moments ago, he thrilled a few Northwestern fans here at Chrysler Arena with this circus shot for 2.
Hey, I'm Stan. I'm one of the guys making hockey here at the factory. You know, there was a time when Made in America was just a fact. Soon it became a rallying cry for the whole country. It stood for pride, integrity, hard work. Seeing Made in America stamped on something let people know that was a darn fine product. Some people think hockey's made in Canada. The NHL on ESPN. Made in America, delivered on Thursdays.
You know it. The moment you see it. The moment you feel it.
The United States has shocked Portugal.
A play.
Touchdown!
A comeback.
Jennifer Caprion.
An upset so big.
The most shocking, unbelievable,
so unforgettable.
All is well in the land of the champions.
It's more than a game. It's an instant classic. And there's only one place you can find it. ESPN Classic.
Start your day with something new. I wake up to cold pizza. It's guys in the know.
It's a real baseball White House.
And the better you feel, the more sex you tend to have.
Oh my goodness.
Girls with the down low.
When you full suited up as a jockey.
This is a rocket with wheels.
It's dark.
That's dangerous.
And the hard.
I just wanted to keep skating.
A little mayhem.
Oh my God.
In the AM.
Move it. Are you hot wings or are you cold pizza?
You don't get this at any other morning show.
I wake up to cold pizza. The morning show with everything. Weekday mornings at 7 on ESPN2.
Jeremy Roenick! Ha ha! Yeah, playing with the big boys now. I'm gonna put your stick on my wall. Because I've been playing ESPN NHL hockey. I've done the skills competition. I'm fast, I'm agile, and I'm accurate. Don't get scared now. Don't get scared. Yeah, I know you're nervous. Rated E for everyone.
14, 3:30 to go in this first half. Wildcats in trouble not just because of the score, but foul trouble as well on a very thin team.
And it's really compounded by the fact that you take a look at it's along the front line where they're very, very thin to begin with. Vukuzic, the second leading scorer for Northwestern, on the bench with 3. And Coach Bill Carmody is forced to keep Davor Duwancic, who has 3 of his own, in the ballgame right now because he just doesn't have any other options. He wants to save Vukuzic, go into the second half with him. He doesn't want to risk getting that 4th here.
The rebounding numbers, this was going to be, you talked about it in our meeting this morning, Sean, this would be the problem for Northwestern. It will be all season, rebounding. Poorest rebounding team in the Big Ten. Dion Harris and Northwestern in the zone. Sometimes that can save you a few fouls. Harris penetrating off the dribble. Off the glass, the bank is still open. 8 for Dion Harris.
Once again, Wayne, Northwestern does not stop the dribble penetration. Allows Dion Harris easy access to the rim where he converts.
Even when you're in a zone, you've got to step up and stop the dribble penetration, right?
Got to stop the basketball.
Backdoor for a shot, and the pass off his foot out of bounds.
Right now, the body language from Northwestern, you can see a lot of frustration starting to seep in, Wayne. Tried to force something there in the back door that just wasn't there, and when things are going as poorly as they are, that's not the time to try to make a quick hit. You need to make your opponent work defensively, something last 2 or 3 times down the floor Northwestern has failed to do.
Abram, J.C. Mathis. Abram lights it up from the arc. Ring it up! 19 for Lester Abram. That's his third triple of the night.
19 points that may retire his jersey by halftime.
Dwancic. Hashad. Coming up on 2 minutes to go in the half. Tolic. Here's T.J. Parker. Very little penetration here for Northwestern. Hashad finally gets baseline. 4 to go on the shot clock. Seacat doesn't have the shot. Dwancic does for 3. Got it off in time. Just a little too strong.
Great defensive sequence by Michigan. Excellent job of help defense. Anytime Northwestern put the ball on the floor, the help side was there.
Michigan has been very impressive on that end of the floor. Defensive side of the floor. Parker. Under 2 minutes to go in this first half. Coming up on 1:30 to go. Dwancic.
21 left.
Parker reloads the set. Ivan Tolic.
Nice show right there by Sims, Wayne.
Yep. Oh, there's the backdoor cut by Parker. Turn your head for a moment and they'll get it. The foul coming up moments ago, a little bit earlier in this first half. Here's a look at the Princeton offense.
Well, very few easy baskets for Northwestern here in the first half, but here is one of the few. Good job of dribble penetration. Then watch the Michigan defender, in that case Abram, leads Davor Dwancic. Tim Young finds it, but those baskets have been few and far between for Northwestern here in the first half. That is a credit to Michigan's half-court defense, which has been stifling.
The foul on Lester Abram is the reason why T.J. Parker's at the line. Hashad leaves. 2 personal fouls on Mohammed Hashad. Seacat comes back in. Tim Young back in as well. Parker makes the other free throw. Last Northwestern field goal, however, was at the 5:06 mark. 5:06 left to go in this first half. We have 1:12 remaining. Some three-quarter court pressure by Northwestern.
Northwestern extending their defense here, going straight man.
Abram. J.C. Mathis backing in. Michigan's been disciplined as well offensively. That's a good-looking shot there by Bernard Robinson Jr. He has 12. 6 from the field on 6 of 7 shooting. Michigan continues at 80% from the field. They've hit 16 of 20 shots. Michigan leading by its biggest margin. Seacat baseline. Seacat for 3 out of the corner. Was hot earlier when he came off the bench. He's missed his last 4. Robinson got stopped and put up kind of a wild shot there. One of the few bad shots for Michigan. Seacat on the break. And is it last touched by Northwestern? It is. It'll belong to Michigan. Seacat got caught in no man's land, was hoping for a foul, but did not get the contact. 7.1 remaining, and Michigan calls a timeout. They'll set up one last play.
When we talked about the importance of Northwestern controlling the tempo, and if you take a look at that score right now, Michigan's going to go in with a minimum of 45 points at the half, something Northwestern just can't afford to have happen.
Coming up Saturday, a Big Ten hoops triple threat. Action begins at noon Eastern with Ohio State and Penn State. At 2:30, it'll be Tim Young and the Northwestern Wildcats down in Iowa City taking on the Hawkeyes. And the day ends with 25th ranked Purdue tipping off at 4:30 against number 20 Illinois on ESPN Plus. Check your local listings. And my partner Sean Morris will make his debut with Mike Gleason in the studio.
Oh, my man Glee knows what he's in for. That's 8 hours with me, Wayne. My wife doesn't even have to draw that to me.
No. She's delighted you're spending 8 hours with Mike Gleason, matter of fact. Here we go, time winding down to this first half, and a foul committed here. Oh, no, I beg your pardon. A dribbling violation, a carrying violation on Daniel Horton, so turnover Michigan. 3.7 remaining. Well, let's see if the Wildcats can get off one last shot here in this first half. He inbounds it to Tim Young. He slips. Three-quarter court shot is short. And the most impressive first half comes to a close for the Michigan Wolverines. Michigan, 16 of 21 from the field, shot 76% in that first half and leads by an overwhelming fashion over NU.
You know, all new season.
You have a guy who had a tremendous temper. He was going to come after you.
Of world premieres.
It was a walking highlight.
Why didn't you want to break that record? I don't know.
Brand new shows.
Only in America could a Don King happen.
The award-winning.
I got excited.
Yes, sir.
Because he told me not to.
Sports Century. 8 p.m. weeknights. Only on ESPN Classic.
Let's go round the horn, baby. Max is in reform. Next topic. Sports writers, learn your lesson. What is the best story here? Or you'll be gone. See you later, he'll shut you down. Say bye-bye. That's around the horn. Weekdays at 5.
Around the Horn with Max Kellerman, weekdays at 5 on ESPN. Yeah.
Tomorrow's special was going to be vegetarian lasagna, but since spaghetti with marinara sauce was served today, the staff did not feel it was appropriate to have 2 Italian dishes in a row. Therefore, the new special is shepherd's pie and lentil soup.
Halftime in the Big Ten opener, Michigan and Northwestern. Time now to take a closer look at the Wolverines and their emerging leader. The Michigan Wolverines had something to prove last year with the NCAA imposed sanctions, which prohibited them from participating in postseason play. Going 10-6 in the Big Ten and earning a first-round bye in the Big Ten tournament, the Wolverines played at the same level and intensity as NCAA tournament-bound teams like Michigan State and Illinois.
I think when you find you have adversity, the first thing you're going to test is your character. And we had our character tested greatly, and our kids came through with flying colors. I'm very proud of that team, and we're looking to build on that season.
Build upon it they have. During non-conference play this season, Michigan has gone 9-2, playing an aggressive brand of ball. And they've come up big, pulling out a victory against NC State during the ACC Big Ten Challenge. A large part of this success can be attributed to the play of senior forward Bernard Robinson Jr.
He's a player that needs to do everything for our team to be successful. We don't pigeonhole him into one position. He rebounds it, he scores it, he defends it, he passes it. He's a terrific athlete. He can shoot it. So we need all those ingredients from Bernard, and I think he relishes in that role.
I think I have underachieved as a player, and I think definitely I have a chance to step up. And Coach Amka has already told me that he wants, me to do a little bit of everything, and he wants me to step it up a notch. And I'm definitely ready for that role this year.
Filling the void left by the graduation of LaBelle Blanchard, Robinson has adopted nicely to the role of team leader. He currently leads the Wolverines in scoring and assists and is a close second in rebounding as Michigan heads into conference play. With Robinson leading the team, the Wolverines could easily be atop the Big Ten come March and are poised to make their return to the NCAA tournament, the postseason party.
The University of Michigan is a place where you have to have high standards to be there, to be a part of it, and we certainly have that, and we think that we're a ball club that can contend for everything this year, and that's what we're going to strive to do.
We're still at the break. Halftime at Chrysler Arena, Northwestern and Michigan, and time now to learn more about our featured Big Ten institutions.
Northwestern University. Exceptional academic opportunities. 2 beautiful lakefront campuses. Outstanding faculty. Lifelong friendships. Northwestern University in Chicago. A symphony of success.
Our
artistic imagination transformed into ennobling public space. Visionary science changing childhood dreams into robotic flight. Caring for people. If it can be imagined, it can be explored here, the University of Michigan, where the unexpected happens every day.
Big Ten fans embody the spirit of college basketball.
They support their favorite teams and conference with passion and loyalty.
Their knowledge in class helps set the Big Ten apart from the rest.
So do your part the next time you cheer from the stands.
Show good sportsmanship and respect the fans, the officials,
and the great tradition that is Big Ten basketball.
Big Ten basketball. Good sports make great fans.
Coming up, we'll take a look at action around the Big Ten tonight and top 25 action when we return to Chrysler Arena in Ann Arbor following these messages.
Introducing the first installment of the Inside X DVD series titled ESPN's X Games 9. This DVD is your backstage pass to X Games 9. It includes tons of behind-the-scenes footage with your favorite action sports athletes. On top of all the highlights and extras, this DVD also comes with a 63-minute bonus CD soundtrack featuring 16 cutting-edge tracks. See X Games 9 through their eyes. Get Inside X.
Grinding my teeth and I have goosebumps witnessing the madness.
I ain't leaving until I get this thing, dude.
Woohoo! Watch Winter X Games 8 live from Aspen, January 24th and 27th on ABC and ESPN.
Now on ESPN Classic, the award-winning sports century, the most compelling stories in sports. Real classics with Burt Reynolds, where sports and movies collide. Classic Big Ticket, those who made history face off one more time to settle the score. Plus, when yesterday's game becomes one of the greatest in history, you get a second chance to see it as an instant classic. It's sports at its best. It's ESPN Classic.
Just like America, hockey's become great through the contributions of immigrants. And here at the factory, we follow that example. Wally here's from Finland. Sergei's Russian. That's Kembo. We're not sure where he's from. The point is even though we're all from different cultures, we all speak hockey and English, mostly.
The NHL on ESPN. Made in America, delivered on Thursdays.
Now on DVD.
I'm going to tell you all something right now. I will not lose.
The true story of legendary coach Paul Bear Bryant.
You're playing for the Bears. I don't care who you were in high school. We're going to work now.
Who taught his boys.
Coach is the real thing. I ain't God, but you are to them.
How to become champions.
You was born to play football.
With special features including a look at the real Junction Boys.
You all know when you're ready to be your best when you ain't got nothing left to fear.
The Junction Boys. Own it today on DVD.
Michigan, the Wolverines most impressive in that first half with a 45-26 lead over Northwestern. This is basically non-conference standings, but Wisconsin did open conference play impressively over Indiana last night at the Kohl Center in Madison. Wisconsin 10-2 overall. Purdue the only other 10-win team thus far in the Big Ten Conference. Time now for our scores around the conference, brought to you by Subway. And we are underway early in the Eastern time zone, so Penn State will be getting underway with Minnesota a little bit later on. Purdue and Iowa, and then Ohio State, Illinois. Sean?
Well, Minnesota hosting, or having rather, one of the best freshmen not only in the conference but the country, and Chris Humphreys, and folks that haven't had a chance to see him play are in for a treat. Purdue, very, very solid going on the road to Iowa. Kind of an enigma in the Iowa Hawkeyes right there. A big game for them to get off to a good start. And then Ohio State trying to go on the road in a very tough environment at Assembly Hall. Ohio State trying to get a lot of transfers custom into their program.
In the top 25 tonight, now they're at halftime. Carolina leading Miami of Florida. Syracuse has the advantage on St. John's, and early it's Florida leading South Carolina. Southern Miss trailing Louisville by 7 in Conference USA, and then Cincinnati Tulane, Auburn, Vanderbilt a little bit later on. Same can be said for Creighton and Illinois State in the Missouri Valley, and Marquette and Houston. Once again, the score at halftime here at Chrysler Arena. The Michigan Wolverines 45, the Northwestern Wildcats 26. We'll be back.
Intimidated? Leave it in the trunk of your car with your tennis shoes. Worried? Come on. They make an oversized driver with a huge sweet spot, especially for this occasion. Afraid of the water? Ball's not. After all, you've done this 101 times in your head. Just make this number 102.
Catch Rich Beam and the PGA Tour's best this season on ABC.
ESPN presents You Stay Down and Now You Explode. Basketball fundamentals with Coach Rick Pitino. It's a discipline, an organized plan of attack. Learn to improve your offensive game from one of the best in college coaching today. Go through the foul with this highly focused personal 1-hour workout. You got to be ball tough. You got to show it and be aggressive with the ball. To order, call 1-800-463-3399 or go online at www.patinovideo.com. It's the key to reaching your potential.
Hey, Tiger. Yo, Stu. How you doing? Good. We saw him for lunch? Yeah. What do you say? Meet me in the lobby at 12:30? Perfect. Done. See you there. Bye, man.
Halftime at Chrysler Arena. Michigan shot 80% from the floor throughout much of the first half, and they've got the 45 to 26 lead at halftime. And Sean, I don't know what you could say except that Northwestern came out, did what they thought they had to do, be patient offensively, but Michigan just kind of wore them down and out-executed them.
They really did, particularly on the offensive end of the floor. And if you're Northwestern, you really have to be concerned and upset with the fact that that shooting percentage is no accident, Wayne. They did a very poor job, did Northwestern, of stopping dribble penetration, and Michigan made them pay.
As we get to the second half, let's take a look at the highlights of the first half.
It was all Michigan here. Great job in transition. And Lester Abram, fantastic for the Michigan Wolverines with 19 first-half points scored in transition. Knocked down some threes. And then the senior Bernard Robinson Jr. got into the act as well. Nice job of using his strong hand. Here, once again, Michigan able to attack the rim. No Northwestern Wildcat there to stop them.
Well, they cooled off a little bit, Sean, down to 76% for the hand. And, of course, they were the more aggressive team with the extra free throws and out-rebounded Northwestern as we expected they would. It'll take some execution on the part of Northwestern from both ends of the floor, not only offensively but defensively, to get back into this game.
Sunday, January 11th on ESPN Classic. For these POWs, freedom has a price, and soccer isn't just a game.
How would you like to play a game against a team from the Army base nearby?
We'd murder you. It's a fight for their lives.
We want you to arrange the escape of the football team.
Sylvester Stallone, Michael Caine, and Pele star in Victory. Real Classics with Burt Reynolds. Sunday, January 11th, only on ESPN Classic.
I'm so sore. We're gonna get at 6 o'clock again tomorrow.
I just want to go to bed. I'm so tired right now.
Guys, hey, can you join that?
Yeah, sure. Go! Rebels!
Thanks.
No problem. No problem.
Don't we always have it?
Yeah, that's true.
So let's have it off tomorrow?
No.
They're saying just what I've been saying for years. High school ball is just unprepared for the NBA. That's funny. They're saying the Dolphins secondary is unstoppable. I was just saying the same thing.
If I could rearrange the alphabet, I'd put you and I together. Hi. Hello. Hey, ladies, you wouldn't happen to see any gold medals around here, no? So, do you know karate? Because your body is kicking. Kicking? Karate? Come on. Hey, wait.
Watch Winter X Games 8 live from Aspen, January 24th to 27th on ABC and ESPN.
We welcome you back. Michigan basketball on ESPN Plus, presented by Subway. Wayne Larrabee along with Sean Morris. We talked about this matchup. Two of the better wing players in the Big Ten Conference. At the top of the show so far, Bernard Robinson has had the better of it.
And we also talked about, Wayne, the supporting cast that Bernard Robinson Jr. enjoyed in comparison to Tim Young, and that has really been on display. And Tim Young leads Northwestern in both scoring and rebounding with 7 and 4 respectively. But Bernard Robinson, 12 points, very impressive in the first half. However, his teammate, Lester Abram, has 19. Michigan, a very balanced and efficient attack here in the first half.
Abram and Robinson are 11 of 13 from the field, 31 points. Rest of the team, they're still 5 for 8, 14 points. Not bad support. Michigan has played a zone defense, very active, and they can extend this zone, Sean, because of their length and athletic ability, right?
They really can, and you've got a guy right now in Graham Brown who can direct traffic in there. Sims can do the same thing, and they can close out on shooters, as you see right there. They can cover a lot of ground.
Tim Young for 3. Good start for Northwestern, and their leading scorer into double digits with 10. Young came in ranked 3rd in the Big Ten in scoring in the non-conference campaign. Bernard Robinson, Daniel Horton, Lester Abram. Horton with the errant pass there, and then Bakusic gives it up. Horton gets it right back. Courtney Sims down low, got bumped on the play by T.J. Parker. And the foul coming up, Parker trying to help out on the post. Second personal on Parker.
To say that was a size mismatch would be an understatement. T.J. Parker trying to guard the 6'11 freshman Courtney Sims.
Daniel Horton. Tommy Amaker asking for more movement in his offense. Abrams slashing off the glass. 21 for Lester Abram.
And once again, Wayne, the theme continues. Michigan attacking the rim off the dribble drive, and no one there from Northwestern to slide over and contest it.
Parker looking inside first. Scott on the perimeter. Hashad wheels it to Parker. Bakusic down low. Scott from the outside. Big men in this offense have to hit that shot. Abram, they left him unattended. 23 for Lester Abram. Abram already 1 point off of a career high. We still have over 17 minutes to go in this game. Bakusic deep 3, nothing coming easily or in close, it seems like, for Northwestern.
And that's the first clean look that Northwestern's had from 3 in quite a long time, and it came as a result of some patience and a dribble handoff.
Abram, hot hand. Brown trying to force that pass. Stolen by Young. Young is clobbered on way to the basket.
Wayne, Lester Abram had 19 points in the first half, and he's picked it up here in the second half as well in a variety of ways. Here, dribble penetration, ability to slash and score with that strong hand here. Northwestern, a very poor job of finding him in the half-court set, and he makes them pay. Very impressive performance for the sophomore.
Lester Abram off to a tremendous start, about to have a career scoring night. Daniel Horton committed his 3rd personal foul, first on the team, and that's why at the free throw line is Young. And there's Lester Abram, hasn't missed yet from the field. His high 24 points earlier this season against Central Michigan. Robinson. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Brown looking for some help. Young tried to overplay on Harris. Deion Harris penetrating, lost the handle on it. Here comes Scott. Vince Scott, the dish to Parker, handcuffed him, and it was last touched by Michigan, knocked out of bounds.
And that's a situation right there where the sophomore point guard has to be more assertive, Wayne, in the open floor of demanding the basketball, not put the freshman in a position where he has to handle the ball for that length of time.
Good point. You don't want your big guy running the break.
He looked about as comfortable as me at an opera.
Not very comfortable at an opera. Kusic inside. Oh, the block down low by Sims. What help side defense that was. Jump ball indication. They tie it up, and on the alternating possession, it'll go to Michigan this time.
And when you've talked about how nothing has come easy for Northwestern, and that play really crystallizes it very, very clearly, because it looked like they were going to be able to execute the backdoor play, but the athleticism of Michigan erases it. Here's number 11. Looks like he's got an easy shot. Doesn't take it up extremely strong. And Courtney Sims, who leads the conference in shot blocks, shows you why right there. Take a look at him coming into your picture, fading away, and that allows Courtney Sims to close ground, use those long arms to his advantage.
Courtney Sims 6'11" with a wingspan of a 747, and he's got 2 blocks here tonight. Brent Petway is in the lineup now for Michigan.
They get Evan Seacat right there on the contact with Lester Abram.
First personal on Seacat, second on the team. Deion Harris. Abram in traffic. And he is fouled on the play. Believes Seacat again. So Seacat, in the span of about 10 seconds, picks up 2 personal fouls, 3 team fouls now on Northwestern.
And he joins Davor Duancic and Vedran Bakuzic with 3 fouls, and that's trouble for any team, Wayne, but particularly for Northwestern because they have a wafer-thin bench.
Yep. Bill Carmody came in playing primarily 7 players, and he's had to go to the walk-on core to get through the first half, and may have to go back there again to get through the second half. Abram has tied his career high with 24 points now. And there's the new career high, 25 for Lester Abram. Almost 4 minutes gone by, second half. Michigan by 18. Backdoor Seacat on the cut, denied on the drive, and it will belong to Michigan. Another block for the Wolverine. Abram has been red hot tonight, hasn't missed yet from the field or the line. A career high 25 leading Michigan.
Big Ben Wallace. I think you're going in the wrong direction, right?
Listen, dog, I'm beat. Some other time.
Dog, huh? Let me tell you something. ESPN NBA basketball. I've lived the 24/7 mode, and I've achieved the ISO motion. I can clear the court to one side and take you 1-on-1. Though nobody is better than Reg. Haha. The way I dunk on you is going to look unorthodox. Rated E for everyone.
Sometimes 72 inches is a foot, 24 inches a mile. Welcome to the dance floor. Here, a straight line is a curve. You think you got the touch? Put it down the windshield of a car and make a stop on the hood. You want a gimme? When you can do it with your eyes closed, that's a gimme.
See David Duval and the PGA Tour's best this season on ABC.
They're saying running back by committee is bad for football. I was just saying I see the relevance of committees, just not for running backs. Dan Patrick just used the word unitard in his column. I was just saying unitard is one of the most underutilized words in the English language. Wait, if I was thinking that, and they were thinking that.
If you want
want to crush it off the tee.
Stick it on the green.
Or just be able to find it after you hit it.
We're here to tell you, all you need is three.
Three.
Introducing the 3 Club Tour, developed by ESPN Golf Schools, presented by Lexus.
Our philosophy is simple.
Your driver, wedge, and putter. Hit them right,
And your scores will drop.
Register now and receive 3 clubs free. To find out more, log on to espngolfschools.com or call us. World-class golf instruction is coming to your town.
Freshman Courtney Sims out of Roslindale, Massachusetts. 2 blocks already here. He averages almost 3 blocks a game.
Long arm. Take a look at him right here. Doesn't go for the head fake. That's great court awareness. To watch him close some ground right here on Vedran Vukuzic, eliminate one of the rare easy scoring opportunities for Northwestern. Michigan leads the conference in that category. You shudder to think what's going to happen when they get another 6'11" kid back and healthy, and Chris Hunter, who's on the bench right now for
Yeah,
Michigan.
indeed. And Hunter expected to be back maybe as early as Sunday's game against Indiana. Robinson looking inside. J.C. Mathis against the freshman Vince Scott. Abram tries to make the turn. Seacat knocked it away and stole it. Clears to Jatim Young. He gets fouled on way to the bucket. Lester Abram, I believe, the man guilty of the foul. It is on Abram, and it's his second.
Northwestern, a rare transition opportunity. Evan Seacat with the double down and the kick ahead to Jatim Young. Not able to convert, but he'll shoot a couple.
Jatim Young here tonight, 11 points. As we mentioned, nothing has come easy for any of the Wildcats offensively. Third in the Big Ten, 19 points a game. 5th in shooting percentage, 58% from the field. And Jatim sinks a pair at the line. And the Wolverines get Sims a breather, and they bring on J.C. Mathis. Daniel Horton with 3 personal fouls. Michigan offensively resumes. Coming up on 15 minutes ago in this second half. Michigan's been in control all the way. Northwestern has never led in this game. Deion Harris in the lane. Tough shot there. Scott over the back, guilty of the foul. Harris followed his shot, and Scott followed him and picks up the foul on Vince Scott, his second.
Well, the good news for Northwestern is that someone finally contested the dribble penetration. The bad news is it leads to a foul against a team that's already depleted in that area.
Robinson. Abram out front. J.C. Mathis. Oh, nice look. And Petway has it knocked away by Vince Scott. Beautiful block on the recovery by Scott down low. Vukuzic. And the anticipation by Bernard Robinson Jr. The steal and the finish.
I tell you what, did you see how much ground he was able to cover with a minimum amount of dribbles? Great job by the senior.
Did you say he's a long strider? High flyer, long strider. Good ball movement. Parker gets the open look. And the tip up inside by Vince Scott.
Nice little sequence from the freshman the last couple times down the floor. A block shot. Here gets inside position for the stick back.
Moments ago, watch this. Robinson anticipating that passing lane.
1, 2, 3 dribbles. And the last one he didn't really need, Wayne. He covered a lot of ground.
T.J. Parker has just picked up his 3rd personal foul. That's 5 on the team. Seacat leaves and Mohammed Hashad comes back on. Parker remains in the game. The shot knocked it away from Deion Harris. Good open look from the outside. Harris off the mark there, and here's Young. On the penetration.
That's just frustration right there by the senior, Wayne. A poor decision. He's just trying to force something offensively.
The steal by Bakusic. Young on the drive, blocked by Brown, and a foul. Young was back cherry picking, and he got clobbered by Brown. Graham Brown's first personal, third on the team.
Here's just a little bit of frustration. Last possession. Look at all the white shirts back there in transition defense. Good job by Michigan. The senior just tried to force things.
You know, I tell you, Daniel Horton stood in there. I thought for a minute they were going to call an offensive foul on that play on Jatim Young. Jatim now with 14 points.
I tell you what, I think he hurt himself on that last play.
I do too. He's shaken up a little bit.
He landed a little bit awkwardly. Looks like his legs went out just a little bit.
One tough kid. Gordon Tech in Chicago. And he actually grew up well south of Gordon Tech. He used to have to take buses to school. His grandmother wanted him to go to Gordon Tech, get a good education, which he did. But he had to travel an hour one way on different buses to get from where he lived on the south side of Chicago up to Gordon Tech on the north side. Michigan turnover, one of the few mistakes the Wolverines have made. 13:15 left to go. Michigan leads it 53-39.
What's classic?
Let the celebration begin.
Classic is.
Touchdown, Nebraska.
Classic was.
I don't believe what I just saw.
Classic will always be.
All the band is out on the field. Holy mackerel. Warhurst turnaround shot in the air. It's good. And this one will last a lifetime.
Now that's classic.
Home is where the hoop is. With ESPN Full Court, you'll get the most out of the second half of the college basketball season. To order, call your local cable company, DirecTV at 1-800-DirecTV, or Dish Network at 1-800-333-DISH.
Cut. As a former Florida State halfback, ESPN Classic thought I'd be the perfect host for real classics. They knew I had all the moves to present semi-tough, the long and short, and even great sports movies I didn't star in. What? Okay, here's the play. 8 o'clock. Sunday night, ESPN Classic. Stop at the couch, and the best sports movies of all time will be right there.
Real Classics with Burt Reynolds.
Where sports and movies collide.
Trainer Scott Bartholma was working with Jatim Young during that timeout. It looked like a knee that he was working on, left knee.
Yeah, it looked like doesn't look like it's anything serious, Wayne. I think he's going to get ready to check back into the ball game here in a couple of possessions, but he landed awkwardly on that hard foul by Graham Brown, which was a clean foul. He just came down on it a little bit awkwardly. Looks like he stretched it out a little bit.
Michigan back to the zone defensively. Dewanchich is in the ball game now for Northwestern in place of Jatim Young. Parker and Ashad the guards. Vedran Bakusic on the wing. Dewanchich and Scott complete the 5 on the floor. Scott good position inside on Brown.
And a nice look up top by Vedran Bakusic. One of the few times, Wayne, that there hasn't been ball pressure on the passer. Allowed him a clean look.
A shot reaching in on Deion Harris, picks up a foul, his third. The active scorers competing in the Big Ten this season. These are your scoring leaders. These are career numbers. And Jatim Young and Bernard Robinson Jr., the top of the charts here tonight. adding to those totals, I might add.
Hey, what, Lester Abram keeps playing like that, he might get 1,000 here by the end of the weekend.
He's been pretty efficient, hasn't he, Lester Abrams? Abram is 7 of 7 from the field, 3 of 3 from the arc, 8 of 8 from the line. You kind of hope he doesn't shoot again. You know, you don't want to see him ruin a perfect night. Harris on the drive. Oh, nice drive. Couldn't finish it. Robinson does.
And once again, it's the athleticism along that front line that pays dividends for Michigan. Good job by Vince Scott of rotating over to contest the initial offering, but no one there from Northwestern to clean up.
Young, no-look pass to Vikusic off his hands, picked off by Brown of Michigan. So the turnovers now beginning to haunt Northwestern here in the second half. Daniel Horton penetrates. Lester Abram. And off the ball, got a foul coming up.
I think they got Graham Brown clearing out.
Michigan personal foul, call on number 25.
His second personal, that's the 4th on the team. Another stop of the action. Michigan on top by 14.
It's hard being in a new city. Good morning.
Colorado, go back to Detroit.
Avalanche!
Get out of here.
You guys are losers.
Take that hat off.
Colorado rules! Detroit's going down! Red Wings got nothing.
Loser.
That's why I love ESPN Local on Insider. With local coverage of all my teams, I feel like I'm closer to home. The all-new ESPN Insider. Get inside.
WSAP, check it. Boom! Ha I'm here. Straight out of your nightmares.
Excuse me?
Excuse you nothing. I'll excuse you as soon as we play a little football. You understand me, sweet tooth?
You don't play football.
Every day I do. ESPN NFL football with the first-person football feature. Wow! Because I don't play. You know something? Oh, there you go. The little birdie's talking to me. He's saying Sap can't mess with you. Sap too slow. Rated E for everyone.
It's fun to let the big dog eat. I like that crowd behind me saying, grip it and rip it, heck yeah. Crush it whenever I get the chance. I think it's a great way to start a hole. With the bang. I don't think it'd be nearly as much fun if you're putting first.
See Charles Howell III and the PGA Tour's best this season on ABC.
Hey, I'm Stan. I'm one of the guys making hockey here at the factory. You know, there was a time when Made in America was just a fact. Soon it became a rallying cry for the whole country. It stood for pride, integrity, hard work. Seeing Made in America stamped on something let people know that that was a darn fine product. Some people think hockey's made in Canada. The NHL on ESPN. Made in America, delivered on Thursdays.
Good crowd on hand for the Big Ten opener, and they've enjoyed this performance by Michigan, and in particular, Lester Abram, the sophomore out of Pontiac.
Well, he has been perfect from the floor and the line, and done it in a variety of ways, slashing to the rim, spotting up and knocking down the three, and then another three here early in the second half, where Northwestern lost sight of him. Something that's hard to believe when you take a look at those stats.
Yes. This kid hasn't missed. He's taken 15 shots, 8 at the free throw line, 7 from the field.
I mean, I was thinking during the break, you know, we've talked a lot about Lester Abram, and we should, but one name we haven't mentioned is Daniel Horton. He's struggled. He's been in foul trouble, and the thing that's impressed me, a year ago, he might have forced up some shots, something he has not done. He's gotten the ball to the hot hand, maybe a sign of maturity for the sophomore.
Out of the corner, Hashad over the deep three, and the rebound taken down by Abram. If you mentioned Horton, here he is, Daniel Horton. He's only taken 3 shots here. Oh, found Robinson on the cut. Great look, number 1 by Horton. Nice cut by Robinson.
Nice job by the senior of moving without the basketball. When someone does that, you have to reward him, and Horton did.
But you're right, last year, this time on a night like tonight, he'd have 3 times as many shots as he's taken in this game.
Might have taken some quick shots, gotten frustrated, hoisted something. He's really done a nice job of playing within himself.
Vikusic for 3. Knocked to the corner, and it will be Northwestern ball. Daniel Horton, a couple of steals, couple of assists in addition to the points we mentioned. Nearing the halfway mark, second half. Kusic to Jatim Young. In on Lester Abram. Oh, beautiful move there, and one. Nice move by Jatim Young.
Great footwork, Wayne. He caught the ball on the block, located the defense. You can see him looking over his inside or left shoulder. Saw that the double team cleared out. Take a look at it right here. The interior feed. Now watch him locate the defense. He looks over, sees the double team's not coming. Nice head fake. Kept that pivot foot down. Chance for a three-point play.
Third personal foul on Lester Abram. Fifth on the team. Jatim Young with 17 points. Make it 18. We're at Chrysler Arena in Ann Arbor, Michigan. On the drive, score the field goal. Dion Harris, and he will go to the line, looking for three.
Northwestern personal foul, called on number 52, Vince Scott. That's his third personal team foul.
Last basket once again. Dribble penetration way too easy. Vince Scott rotates over. Good job by Dion Harris of using that inside shoulder to shield the taller defender.
Vince Scott's third personal foul. Dion Harris now with 11 points in the game, so he's in double digits. And we are Northwestern and Michigan tonight. Big Ten opener at Chrysler Arena in Ann Arbor, along with Sean Morris. I'm Wayne Larrabee. The rebounding story heavily in favor of Michigan, even though they've shot it as well as they have. There haven't been that many rebounds on their end to get.
Unless you count taking it out of the net.
I don't think our crew is going that far. 10 to go on the shot clock. Young spins away from Abram. And dribbled it off his foot out of bounds. Turnover Northwestern, and Michigan gets it back.
Northwestern once again trying to give Michigan a little different look, extending their defense a little bit. Something that Michigan did a great job of executing against in the first half. Really moved the ball up the floor well via the pass.
Daniel Horton sets it up for Michigan. Harris, good look. Robinson on the cut. How about Brown? Well done. Excellent ball movement by the Wolverines. Boy, they had the defense spread, and Graham Brown could have driven a Mack truck through the lane on that play. 18-point lead, Michigan. The Kusic deep three, ring it up. Vedran Kusic has a couple of triples here in the second half, 8 points of the game.
He's really been hindered by foul trouble.
Horton, not that time. Parker has numbers if he wants it. Michigan hustles back defensively. Young looking inside for Scott, tipped out of bounds. Will belong to Northwestern.
Dribble penetration has been the story for Michigan. Great job right here by Bernard Robinson of knowing where his teammates are. He sensed the double team coming down. He recognized that, and then equally as important was Graham Brown seeing that his defender left. He dove to the rim, is rewarded.
Minnesota leading Penn State now in the first half of that one. Iowa, Purdue, pretty early there in Iowa City. Illinois, Ohio State coming up a little bit later on. 9 minutes to go in the game here in Michigan. Duwancic. Jatim Young. 8 to go on the shot clock. Young looking to create. Tough shot there.
Look at him battle, Wayne.
Young inside again. Denied this time by Lester Abram on the block.
And then just frustration right there. But you have to admire, he's in there giving up a good 7 or 8 inches. The dribble drive kind of forces the shot, but it stays right with it. Snags it out of the air, but then the athleticism and the size, in this case Lester Abram, eliminates the second chance scoring opportunity.
Jatim Young picks up his first personal foul. In the top 25, North Carolina extending over Miami of Florida now. Syracuse in front of St. John's at the moment comfortably. South Carolina leading Florida at halftime. And Louisville piling it on Southern Miss at the half. Daniel Horton at the free throw line, making good on his first. He's made now 42 starts in his career. 42 consecutive starts. Career average of just under 15 points a game. 1 out of 2 at the line. Duwancic for the rebound. Parker.
Now for Northwestern, you probably want to get the ball in number 11's hands with Kuzic. He's been able to shoot the 3 when he's been left alone.
Duwancic popping out. Oh, Robinson anticipated once again to the passing lane. Bernard Robinson Jr. to Daniel Horton, right back to Robinson. Robinson's been so good at the passing lanes defensively tonight. Traveling the call on J.C. Mathis as he pivoted to the bucket. Mathis can't believe he didn't get a foul call. There's Robinson once again. Look at the long arm, Sean.
And then able to show some great athletic ability in tracking that ball down as well, because he deflected it well into the backcourt there.
It doesn't take him much more than 3 or 4 strides to cover the entire court. You know what? End to end. It's amazing. You showed that earlier on a replay. Foul coming up here on Bernard Robinson Jr. And we've got a timeout. 7:57 left to go. Michigan in command.
You know it the moment you see it. The moment you feel it. The United States has shocked Portugal. A play. Touchdown! A comeback. Jennifer Caprion. An upset so big.
The most shocking, unbelievable,
So unforgettable.
all is well in the land of the champions.
It's more than a game. It's an instant classic. And there's only one place you can find it. ESPN Classic.
Start your day with something new. I wake up to cold pizza. It's guys in the know.
It's a real baseball White House. And the better you feel, the more sex you tend to have.
Oh my goodness.
Girls with the down low.
Manute Bowles suited up as a jockey. This is a rocket with wheels.
It's dark.
That's dangerous.
And the hard.
I just want to keep skating.
A little mayhem
Oh my God!
in the AM.
Are you hot wings or are you cold pizza?
You don't get this at any other morning show.
Wake up to cold pizza. The morning show with everything. Weekday mornings at 7 on ESPN2.
Jeremy Roenick! Ha ha! Yeah, playing with the big boys now. I'm gonna put your stick on my wall. Because I've been playing ESPN NHL hockey. I've done the skills competition. I'm fast, I'm agile, and I'm accurate. Don't get scared now. Don't get scared. Yeah, I know you're nervous. Rated E for everyone.
An all-new season.
You have a guy who had a tremendous temper. He was going to come after you.
Of world premieres.
It was a walking highlight.
Why didn't you want to break that record? I don't know.
Brand new shows.
Only in America could a Don King happen.
The award-winning.
I got excited.
Guess who?
Because he told me not to.
Sports Century. 8 p.m. weeknights. Only on ESPN Classic.
Bernard Robinson Jr., a big reason, Wayne, that Michigan enjoys a 16-point lead here in the second half. He's done it in a variety of ways, driving to the basket, intermediate jump shots, attacking the offensive glass. He's also done it on the defensive end. Good job of stepping in the passing lane. That does an excellent job of covering a lot of real estate with a minimum amount of dribbles.
Bernard Robinson Jr. leading Michigan here more ways than one. There's a look at the game track numbers. Michigan still 70%. Got rebounded the Wildcats by a wide margin. 18 turnovers. That's something for Coach Amaker to work on a little bit. But, you know, hey, Coach wants to have something to harp on. Right?
Coaches are never really happy unless they're unhappy about something.
You got to give them something to be unhappy about. Tim Young jackknifes inside. And here come the Wolverines. Lester Abram on the rebound. Bernard Robinson, his percentage might pale in comparison to Abram, who's 7 for 7 from the field. But Robinson still made 9 of 11 field goal attempts. That's not a bad night by anyone's standards. Deion Harris missing on the 3 attempt there. And for once, Northwestern had that rebound surrounded by a trio of Wildcats. Vukusic, nice no look. Duwancic to Vukusic. Robinson jumps out at him. TJ Parker, Dowancic moves the ball to Hashad.
Nice show by Mathis there.
Yep. And got a foul coming up here on Mathis.
What I mean by the show, Wayne, is it looked like Vukusic might have had a clean look at a three, but Mathis did what was known as a hedge. He came out and showed just enough to impede the shot at the rim that Vukusic had, forced him to go back down on the block where he had to give the foul.
So Vukusic heads to the free throw line. Vukusic and Dowancic came over from Split, Croatia. And then Ivan Tolic, who played earlier in the game here tonight, followed them over. So there's kind of a pipeline now working between Split, Croatia and Northwestern, Evanston, Illinois. And that's quite a recruiting trip for a coach to have to take, is it not?
That's a lot of frequent flyer miles.
You could build up a bunch of flyer miles in a hurry.
And they might even give you more than a bag of peanuts on the trip that long, but I'm not sure.
Hell, at least you'd get a movie, right? Under 7 minutes to go. Michigan has led all the way in this one. Abram. Deion Harris, the most highly touted of the three Michigan freshmen, seeing playing time this season. Robinson, good look inside. Mathis and one. Just a beautiful setup from Bernard Robinson Jr.
Very unselfish basketball by Michigan, and it's being led by their senior Bernard Robinson Jr. Had a chance probably to shoot over the smaller Tim Young, but finds his teammate J.C. Mathis. Good job of freezing the defender, just enough with the head fake right there. Got Dowancic off balance. And once again, Wayne, if you're going to give the contact, get your money's worth.
Get your money's worth, yep.
It's like going to a buffet and only making one trip.
Dowancic picks up his fourth. That's 9 on the team. Mathis a three-point play. You would never be accused of only going once at a buffet, would you?
No, sir.
No. Coming up on 6 minutes to go in the game. Michigan back in the zone. And I'm really surprised that Northwestern is extended as this zone is, and has been all night, Sean, that they have gotten very little penetration, either by the pass or the dribble. Parker, a deep three. My goodness, I think that one was taken from Kalamazoo.
Well, he's really been struggling with his perimeter jump shot, but once again, if you're Michigan, you're willing to give that shot up because it was 23 feet away.
Near steal there by Parker. Deion Harris looking to go. Foul coming up right away on TJ Parker. That's his fourth. Team is over the double limit.
You talked about Michigan's zone defense, and they force a long three by TJ Parker, but the key to that zone defense has been the fact that it hasn't been a lazy one.
Right.
Michigan has done a good job of moving their feet and using those long arms, and Northwestern has done a very poor job of attacking it off the dribble, finding seams.
I think one of the keys to the Michigan defense, as Harris makes good on his first of the line, are their big people. We're talking Courtney Sims. By Sunday, you'll be talking about Chris Hunter and Graham Brown. They are big, they're wide, they're long. What they are is really just long, and they're able to move up and down the key or to corner to corner on the baseline, and that's what makes that zone go. So they can extend, and if somebody gets by on the perimeter, they pick them up inside.
And when you're leading the league in block shots, you can take a little bit more chances if you're the front two guys in that zone as well.
Knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Michigan. It'll belong to Northwestern. Inside of 5.5 to go for the game, and Michigan on top now again by 16. Northwestern could not afford to let this game get out of the 60s, Bill Carmody told us, and it's going to be out of the 60s, meaning the winning score.
It was well on its way with Michigan scoring 45 in the first half.
Mohamed Hashad knocked out of bounds by the Wildcats. It'll belong to Michigan. Give you an update on what's going on around the Big Ten. Minnesota by 5 in the first half over Penn State. Iowa extending on Purdue now. And we'll check the others as the games get underway. And The rest of the action coming up a little bit later on tonight. Daniel Horton for the Michigan Wolverines, who will go to 1-0 in conference play. Harris nearly had it knocked away, able to recover. J.C. Mathis. And Horton out near the midcourt stripe. 10 to go on the shot clock for Michigan on this possession. Mathis driving and slamming. J.C. Mathis, no one stepped up because that was a runaway truck heading downhill. I don't blame the Cats on that one, Sean. Seacat for three. Abram up high athletically for the rebound.
Yeah, any Wildcat that got in front of that would have been roadkill.
Exactly. Michigan leading it by 18. Their biggest lead has been 20 on several occasions here tonight. Under 4 minutes to go for the game. Daniel Horton, let's go for three. Oh, rebound controlled inside. Mathis on the putback, wouldn't go. Scott is there. Jatim Young on the drive. Tip won't go for Scott inside. J.C. Mathis the rebound for Michigan. Under 3.5 remaining. This will make Michigan 10-2 overall this game. J.C. Mathis, nicely done. Little hesitation to the baseline, drew contact, put in the field goal, will go to the line. Vince Scott picks up his fourth.
Well, Wayne, J.C. Mathis really plays a great role here for this Michigan squad, coming off the bench after sitting out last year as a transfer from Virginia. He's primarily a rebounder, but he has showed the ability to get to the rim and finish with authority with a dunk. Here's some nice footwork, draws the contact, chance at a three-point play.
Transfer from Virginia. Shot rims out. Seacat brings it across. The horn went off inadvertently, but play does not stop just because the horn goes off. Here's Parker. Seacat. Vukusic. Robinson claims the board. Vedran unable to convert on one of those rare moments when he's able to get to the rim. Lester Abrams still hasn't missed either from the free throw line or the field. Hasn't shot it in a while either. I wonder if he knows what we know. I'm not going to ruin this night.
Well, he really was fantastic in the first half.
The game is on the line. He showed up big. Here's Abram down the lane. No, but a foul. Abram will go to the line. Foul is on Vince Scott, and that is his fifth. So Scott leaves. Ivan Tolich comes back on. Vince Scott 4 points here in a starting role tonight.
The first start for the 6'10 freshman. Tough place to do it on the road. But Coach Bill Carmody trying to find some kind of inside presence and offensive production, because with the exception of Vedran Vukusic and Jatim Young, that guy right there has not gotten any kind of offensive productivity.
Lester Abram working on a career high, 25 points at the moment. Make it 26. And he is our Subway player of the game. Lester Abram, 26 points. There are the numbers from the field. 7 rebounds. And Abram, 27 points. J.C. Mathis brought the crowd to its feet with this thunderous jam with the right hand. And Tommy Emicker coaching on a 20-point lead.
Let's go round the horn, baby. Max is in reform. Next topic. Sports writers, learn your lesson. What is the best story here? Or you'll be gone. See you later. He'll shut you down. Say bye-bye. 5. That's Around the Horn, weekdays at 5. Around the Horn with Max Kellerman, weekdays at 5 on ESPN. Yeah.
Tomorrow's special was going to be vegetarian lasagna, but since spaghetti with marinara sauce was served today, the staff did not feel it was appropriate to have 2 Italian dishes in a row. Therefore, the new special is shepherd's pie and lentil soup.
Introducing the first installment of the Inside X DVD series titled ESPN's X Games 9. This DVD is your backstage pass to X Games 9. It includes tons of behind-the-scenes footage with your favorite action sports athletes. On top of all the highlights and extras, this DVD also comes with a 63-minute bonus CD soundtrack featuring 16 cutting-edge tracks. See X Games 9 through their eyes. Get Inside X.
Grinding my teeth and I have goosebumps witnessing the madness.
I ain't leaving until I get this thing, dude.
Watch Winter X Games 8 live from Aspen, January 24th and 27th on ABC and ESPN.
Michigan in the second half shooting at 55.6%. And they're going to add an extra win to their total this year. And Tommy Amaker has done a great job under adverse circumstances with the sanctions they've had from the NCAA. But he seems to have this thing turned around. I thought last year was a great coaching job on his part, and then this year he'll go to 10-2 now. Michigan is now eligible for postseason play, eligible for the NCAA tournament. They do still have some sanctions to work through, 3 more years of probation, limited scholarships. They'll lose about a scholarship a season for the next 3 years, but nonetheless, they are through the tough part.
And as you look ahead to this Michigan program, Wayne, more good news, a very, very young squad. The only player of any consequence they lose is Bernard Robinson Jr.
And he is of great consequence and has been tonight. Here comes Deion Harris. Coming up on the final 2 minutes of the game, Harris on the drive. Banging away at it. J.C. Mathis and Bernard Robinson picks off an offensive rebound. Under 2 minutes to go. Coach Amaker wants him to run some offense here. They've got fresh troops ready to come into the game. And those guys over there are getting a little nervous. There are about 5 of them waiting to come in. It's going to be like one of those old Dean Smith line shifts, you know.
It's like a hockey game.
Yeah. Daniel Horton, Lester Abram. For 3.
Oh, you got to bench him. He missed one.
His first miss from the field, and the foul committed there by J.C. Mathis. How about that? He goes down to the final minute 22, and that's his first miss from the field. All right. Lester Abram, career high 27 points. Bernard Robinson Jr., 18 points. Deion Harris, 13, leading the way for the Michigan Wolverines. And they get a nice round of applause. Well deserved tonight. Amadou Ba, Colin Dill, John Andrews, Danny Wall coming into the game for the Michigan Wolverines, along with Sherrod Harrell. Tim Young at the line, making good on in the first. He's got his average of 19 points. Make it 18 points for Tim Young, 6 of 7 from the free throw line. Rashad leaves. Jenkins comes in. Michael Jenkins, who played earlier tonight for Northwestern. There is 19 points now for Jatim Young. Now they updated 20 points for Jatim Young.
Northwestern substitution, Josh Greer.
Josh Greer also coming on for Northwestern.
Substitution, number 3.
Bernard Robinson Jr. Great night for him. 18 points, 7 assists. Our condolences to Bernard and his family on the loss of sudden loss of their dad on Christmas Day. Bernard played with a heavy heart and has been playing with a heavy heart ever since the last 3-4 games. Coming up on a minute to go.
1 minute to play in regulation.
Petway inside for the jam. Brent Petway. 13 of his 14 field goals are jams. Under a minute. Petway fast becoming one of the crowd favorites here at Chrysler Arena. Jenkins elevates. Petway up high, missed time his jumper, came up with it anyway on the way down.
Now that's real elevation right there.
That's athleticism, man. He went to the summit, missed it, and got it on the way down. Usually what happens there is the ice breaks out from under you and you crash to the ground. Less than 20 seconds to go. Impressive performance to open Big Ten play for the Michigan Wolverines. Crowd wanting one last shot here, and there's the score by Danny Wall, one of the walk-ons out of nearby West Bloomfield, Michigan. Time winds down. Michigan. Tommy Amaker, Bill Carmody shake hands. Michigan in impressive fashion here tonight, 78-54 over the Northwestern Wildcats. And down the stretch, part of the bench brigade, Brent Petway. He knows how to put it away.
Now on ESPN Classic, the award-winning sports century, the most compelling stories in sports. Real classics with Burt Reynolds, where sports and movies collide. Classic Big Ticket, those who made history face off one more time to settle the score. Plus, when yesterday's game becomes one of the greatest in history, you get a second chance to see it as an instant classic. It's sports at its best. It's ESPN Classic.
Just like America, hockey's become great through the contributions of immigrants. And here at the factory, we follow that example. Wally here's from Finland. Sergei's Russian. That's Kembo. We're not sure where he's from. The point is even though we're all from different cultures, we all speak hockey and English, mostly.
The NHL on ESPN. Made in America, delivered on Thursdays.
This ESPN Plus game is brought to you by Bell Tire. Nobody comes close. Nobody's closer. And by Subway. Subway's new Atkins Friendly Wraps. Now available exclusively at Subway. Eat fresh. Time now for our Bell Tire drive of the game. And it was Bernard Robinson Jr., the senior out of Washington, D.C. And watch him take this on the drive.
Nice job all night defensively by Michigan. Great job by the seniors stepping in, going coast to coast for the finish. One of many easy baskets for Michigan.
Final score, Michigan 78, Northwestern 54. Michigan now 10-2, 1-0 in Big Ten play. Northwestern falls to 5-7 overall, 0-1 in Big Ten play. For Sean Morris, Wayne Larrabee, you've been watching Michigan basketball on ESPN Plus, presented by Subway. This has been a presentation of ESPN Plus, worldwide leader in collegiate sports television.